length to a speed of 20 knots, have a range of 4,000 nautical miles, and she has 190 crew on board. She's fitted with two auto cannons, 5 12.7mm remote control machine guns, and she has two surface-to-air missile launchers and 8 Harbour anti-ship missiles. She carries up to 2 helicopters. Looking over to your right-hand side, you can see several docks. These were the very first successful step-wide docks in Europe. They were designed by a man named Dummer. They would have had 2 large wooden gates on them, which are long gone now. They would have floated in the order of warships, shut the gates, and put water in. Shed the dock is the shape of the hull of the boat, to make her work on the hulls very easily. When they did eventually float these vessels back out, they would have flown over to their left-hand side, right over onto the mud flats, wait for the tide to leave the boats. Then it would have tarred the bottoms of the boats. That's how that place got its name, Tar Point. Over the years it changed its name. It's known now as Tar Point. They're all waiting for decommissioning for breaking up. But they can't touch these submarines when So coming up on our side, we have another Duke-class Class 23 frigate. Sister ship to the other frigates you see earlier. Just coming up to our side, we have the Trafalgar-class attack submarine. They were designed as Cold War warriors that have been adapted to the demands of the 21st century. Their primary role was to hunt and destroy any nuclear missile submarines, as well as surface ships. Fitted with the best sonar in the world, essentially their ears. The system is so sensitive, it can hear a vessel up to 50 miles away. They're 4,500 tons. 5,200 tons when dive. They're 85.4 meters in length, and they can do a speed of 30 knots when dived. Have 130 crew, have spear-faced torpedoes, and tomahawk cruise missiles. They can stay underwater for 1 year. They make their own oxygen in water. They only need to come back into the harbour here every 11 years for refueling. They're nuclear powered, but don't have no nuclear weapons. Now you can only see 1/3 of the vessel. Opposite, there's 2/3 of the vessel under the water. That's 3 decks under the water. Now there's not enough bunks for all the men, so it's what they call hot bunking. As one man gets up, another man jumps into his bunk. We're at the bottom of the dockyard now, just about to turn us around, take us back up through. I want to leave it a little bit more peace and quiet, but there is a few points of interest I will point out on the way back through. Now the bar downstairs is open. They're there to serve you with teas, coffees, light snacks, or something a little stronger from the Funny Business bar.
Plymouth.